All right, well, did you know this, Dirk, that reflecting on what makes you angry can serve an important purpose, actually, in thinking, let's not go there, Dirk, but it can serve an important purpose in thinking about the meaning of your organization and its culture. Did you ever think about that? I mean, an emotion like anger?
No.
Can serve you? I mean, we always say don't be angry.
Yeah, don't be angry, yeah.
But, you know, anger can actually serve you. We're going to find out how. In the article, How to Find Your Company's Core Values by executive coach Trevor Thrones, it appeared last month on the Thought Leaders blog. We linked out to the piece in Monday's issue of the Quality Digest newsletter. Now, Thrones believes that there's a simple way to cut through the meaningless, amorphous, and the feel-good word salad that often passes for value or mission statements in most organizations. Instead, he suggests you get to the point of the matter by thinking about what really burns your saddle.
Burns your saddle.
You know, what grinds your gears, as Craig, old friend Craig Howell would say.
You know what burns my butt?
What does?
A fire about that high.
That high? That's pretty high, Dirk. Wow.
I'm sorry. About that high.
You got long legs. Well,
long legs, yeah. All right.
All right, well, focusing on anger and frustration, it may not be what most people consider to be good ways to figure out how and why you do what you do, but Thrones' point, I think, is a valid one. When you think about the last time you really got angry, really mad at someone in your organization, it's a clue as to those things that truly matter to you. As an example, he talks about a training that he did, okay? They had a team gathered, an executive team, and it was a long day, it was a hot day. They were trying to define their company's attitudes and values, what really mattered to them, and it was frustrating. There was a few people in the room, and they weren't really getting anywhere. So tempers were getting short anyway, I think, if you read between the lines for what he's saying here. So Thrones finally, at the end of the day, kind of asked one of the owners, what was the last time she got angry with someone and what it was about? And she had the answer like that. It was a snap answer. It turns out that what really got her angry was the last time was when a manager didn't respect one of the people on his team. She said, what really burns me, and I was just so mad, is when this guy didn't respect this person on his team. Okay. Disrespected her, didn't give her her props, whatever it was, didn't explain exactly what, but that's what really made her mad. And in a moment it became clear, respect for all became the defining value for the organization. It came out of anger. Came out of a series of, well, we're angry about this behavior, so our value is that we don't want that because that's where our passion is. So that anger led to the answer. Pretty cool. Your people reflect your values, right? And vice versa. So knowing who and what you can and can't tolerate really is a good way to achieve insight into what you do and why you do it. And that's really the point, is that you're trying, when you're running an organization, you're trying to establish these statements, and we all do it. I mean, we've done it here where we try to establish our mission and vision statements. But we always have this idea that this like a kumbaya moment of the, well, it's so great when we do this, we feel so good about it. That's a great thing to do, and you should do that. You should feel good about what you're doing, but don't forget about the passion of some anger. You're throwing us and saying, when you get to that, you begin to unspool some of the things that really matter to you, and the things that violate those things that matter to you is when you know that you've hit on something that really is important, and that's your vision.
But I would say there's also the other side of that is that it may also point out a flaw in your own thinking. You know, so for instance, if you say, well, this makes me angry, and you start to reflect on it, well, it may be pointing out something that you think needs to be worked on within the organization, or that's important for the organization. That it may also point out a weakness in yourself. You know, does it really make sense for me to get angry over this thing? Am I making too much of it? I mean, I think it causes some self-reflection as well, because it's like, you know, maybe there's nothing wrong there. Maybe it's me. What's going on inside of me that thing should bother me?
You know, that's an excellent point. He did not mention that. He didn't go there with it, but when you think about it from the perspective of executives trying to lead organizations, looking at your blind spots and looking at the things that are angry and why you're angry about them is a pretty effective way to do it too. He's thinking about it externally, like this thing happening in the market or our employees are doing is making me angry. But taking the step back and saying, all right, well, why am I angry? What psychologically within me makes me have that reaction? It's a pretty valuable way to find why you do what you do as well. That's a good point, Dirk.
Exactly.
you.